It's episode 17. We're looking for NeNe. We can't find her, but we found the dungeon. Whoops.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. We are... Oh, ready? Ready to get spanked? Oh, you are going to get it. Ready?
Yeah. That's when you know this is live, folks.
We are feeling horny tonight.
Just going down.
We're fueled and we're ready to go. We've entered the dungeon. I'm ready to be dominated. Oh, God, one more time. Oh, Jesus Christ, that felt amazing.
Okay, let's keep it YouTube friendly.
That was amazing.
I'm gonna end up on Pornhub in a minute.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, help me through it. Gee, that was good. The pain, it's always painful at first, but then it feels really good. Right?
Just like the
I'm
show.
innocent.
I don't know what's happening.
Naive like Cynthia.
I brought a whip.
It's
All
gonna
right.
win it. It's
All
gonna
right.
win for me.
All right. Yes, I know. I see you guys in the live chat. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Sunday, our favorite day of the week. It is Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm your host, Hollywood Lian.
And I'm your host, Miss Conversation Peace, and I'm like Cynthia. I don't know what to do.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Drew Jones.
What's up, party people? It's Erika Edwards.
Yes, and you guys are saying episode 17. I can't believe we're already here. I know it's been a crazy ride, but if you look back on it, a lot has happened, and a lot has happened in this episode, so we're going to talk about it. We have a lot to discuss. We have some tweets that are going to blow your mind. The gossip is insane tonight. We have some real piping hot tea that you might already know, but you haven't heard our perspective on it. So, and we might have a little tidbit that not a lot of other people know. I think everyone knows the general basis, but we got some extra tea. You know, like the frosting on top, the white stuff, the cream filling.
We need the cherry.
I
syrup.
do.
Oh, God. She said cream. All right, you guys.
All right, God, we're gonna get whipped tonight so much.
It's hot in here.
I know it's
Lean's
already
being
getting
bad
hot.
tonight.
Why don't you take off your jacket, Drew?
Because I'm a child of God, Lian.
God can approve. He made the body for you to express it.
Right?
Touche.
The girls have gathered, as have we, to talk about NeNe. We're looking for her. We haven't found her.
Not fine.
She's been banned. She's been banned from the show.
She been lost, and she hasn't been found. But Drew has apparently tonight. She's been hit by the amazing grace tonight.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. That whip is like,
Here you go.
Thank
You've
you.
been dying to just grab
I've
it.
been
There you
fiending
go.
for it.
All right. Well, before we jump into the dungeon, we have a lot to discuss, though. The girls have gathered to talk about NeNe. You know, I don't know. I thought we were going to see more. I was going to say, usually, when it's this type of episode, I always start with, it's a continuation of the last episode, but it really isn't. Like, we went into a different day. I thought we were going to see what happened after that clip that we've been shown forever for months.
Yeah.
Why is there no more footage? What
So-
the F? I'm pissed about this.
I was on Twitter, and like a lot of people are saying they think NeNe fought Porsha, and it's not going on TV because it's going to look very bad for her to have fought a pregnant lady.
Do you think so? I don't think she would have fought Porsha.
I wouldn't put it beneath
Well, that
NeNe,
2
to be
days
honest.
later clip, I don't think Porsha was angry, so I don't think.
But here's the thing, though. NeNe has stepped up for Porsha so many times when Porsha was in the wrong, and Portia's a very loyal person. And I feel like Porsha would kind of like...
Well, she's kind of like
swoop
half
them.
loyal because she's like
I mean,
letting
yeah.
the cat out of the bag and saying, "Guys, don't let the cat out of the bag." Oh, it's out. Oops.
So you
But-
actually think NeNe would fight Porsha?
I think NeNe got...
I don't
NeNe
think consciously. I think
Yeah.
I think the emotions got caught up.
Exactly.
But you know, we're gonna get there. For now, we're just talking about a belt that's been ripped off.
Yeah.
What do we think about this belt? And apparently, Porsha and Kandi are best friends. That was really interesting. Porsha was acting like she didn't want us to know, but girl, you wanted us to know. Let's keep it real. Let's talk about the belt situation and why do we think Bravo is not showing us this footage? We deserve to see this footage.
Show us the receipts.
This isn't like the boat episode in New York Housewives where they were like, you know, they were about to capsize and, you know, they had to put the camera down to save everyone's life. Like, NeNe is not a hurricane, and she's one woman, and there's plenty of PAs running around all over the place. We saw them throughout the whole season. Obviously, like, they intervened. Why can't we see the rest of the footage?
Because I legitimately think it put NeNe in a bad light, and NeNe is the captain of the ship. And those girls know that NeNe is the captain of the ship, and they're not about to throw her under the bus.
But they already have, and the light is already bad.
But it's one thing, they're not really throwing her under the bus if you think about it. They're alluding to it, but they're not flat out saying it.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, because like they can technically be like, that's the people's perception of it. I didn't say it, that's just what people think. Instead of them flat out saying it, and then NeNe can be like, you specifically said this.
Now, you know how Porsha is. If somebody actually put hands on her, especially with her being pregnant and being in this whole blissful state that she's in, you don't think that at that lunch with Kandi, she would be a little more angry?
I think she could have been angry outside of it, but I think Portia's smart about her money, and I don't think she's gonna try to stop her bag by putting it on TV. You have to remember these things are scheduled, and they go and film it. So they could have had the conversation before all this, and she could have been mad, and then when it's time to go have the lunch and film.
I don't think that she actually. I mean, I think I would need to see the footage because I feel like Kandi was. I don't know what her closet space really is, but Kandi's in there, Porsha's in there, and the camera people. You know what I'm saying? So like, is there even really room for her to run up on Porsha like that? Like,
I don't think she beat her down. I'm just saying. I think
it got physical.
I think she got more physical with the camera person.
Me too.
And not Porsha. And Porsha may have been in a crossfire and got caught up, and maybe some camera fell on her.
And I personally think that they're not showing it because she really got into it with the crew. That's what I think.
I think so too. And you know what? Also, it's different if we're gonna talk about the nitty gritty. We do have to talk about details because this is what we're doing. We're dissecting the situation, you guys. And if we look at the two different fabrics, that $3 H&M shirt is very viable to rip. But Portia's little silky little thing too, that's really easy to rip. Mm-hmm. So I think NeNe was maybe trying to push her out of the way or kind of sweep her out of the way. And maybe her fingernail got caught. I don't know. But Porsha, like, she had some sort of rippage in her clothing that she was kind of trying to hide. Right. That Kandi kind of brought to the forefront. We're going to get into this. We have a lot more to discuss, and we're going to really dive in deep. We're going to do a poll and find out whose side are you on. Don't tell me right away. Let it dissect and process for a minute, because we're going to look at every side. You know what I mean? This is also a woman that told you more than 5 times to stay out of the closet.
Yeah, and she told Kandi first. So I'm kind of like, why would you jump on Porsha
exactly.
and not Kandi?
So we're gonna
really the logistics of it.
We're really gonna just talk about both sides. You know what I mean? Because I'm a NeNe stan. Even when she makes it hard for me, I still love NeNe. So we're gonna really talk about both sides. But for now, we want to let Shamari know that she was wasted. Right, Tanya? You are my soul sister. And it's taken me a really long time to get this out, and it really wasn't worth it. But yeah, I cleaned your puke up. Yeah.
Thirsty, as I said last week. Every episode, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so desperate.
Yeah, for real.
She's desperate for a friend, for sure. And definitely desperate enough to clean up the throw up, because that's the job that I don't want to do, at all.
You can't fault her for that.
It's okay to clean up, but why is it now a thing? Now I'm bonded to you. Now you have to be my friend.
Yeah, I want to know what sign Tanya is. I feel like she's like a Libra or something. She's very pick me.
Yeah,
she's very oh my gosh, please let me be a housewife next year.
I can understand that she's trying to fit in with a group of girls that already have some sort of mold, but you need to I don't know.
She's not comfortable in herself, and it's a problem for me.
Her personality doesn't mesh with theirs.
I just feel like people need to be more natural.
That's what I'm saying. What
exactly.
personality? Show me who you are, and then it might be better.
She's adding a lot of extra to me. I don't know.
Yeah, she's extra.
One thing that I've talked about on the show is my ass. I've discussed it plenty of times. things going up it, usually involving a colonic. I'm not trying to get that perverted tonight. I have talked about getting a colonic plenty of times.
I want to get one. I have not.
I'm serious. Like, I advocate it.
Gotten it up here?
Yeah, they're really good.
Are you sure?
No, it feels amazing. You really, I mean, you're full of shit. Don't you want to get cleared out?
I think that you can do a regular detox without doing a colonic.
No, I definitely, and I have done those too, but it's something about
the water.
Yeah, no, something about physically cleaning it out and not just like digestively. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so what are the benefits? Because she said something about losing weight and she want to get snatched for the wedding.
Well, you can lose weight because you're actually clearing out stuff that might have been stuck there for a long time. They massage your stomach, so your walls and your intestines, everything is kind of getting stimulated for release. You know what I mean?
Does stuff get stuck in there like for a long time?
Absolutely. There's stuff. You know how long it takes me to digest?
That's why I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, do you know how long it takes for carrots to digest? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
And sometimes corn never gets digested.
Exactly.
So on that note, let's get a colonic.
I think we should all get a colonic together and FaceTime while we do it.
I don't understand why they FaceTime each other. That's like sitting on the toilet talking to your friend.
You don't do that?
Stop trying to act like you've never had any type of experience back there.
What?
I haven't.
All right. Well,
I bought a coupon for Living Social, but I have not used it yet. So let's
You gotta be
go.
careful where you go.
Colonic.
I went to one down
anywhere.
the street in Burbank. It's really, it's fantastic.
Let's do it.
I mean, is it super clean? And
Yeah, it's right on Barham and the Hill. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, the girls are trying to be less full of shit right now with this colonic situation. But for now, the DeVoes are stuck in the 90s, aren't they? Like, clothing-wise,
That was
style.
their prime. I understand.
Oh, and I love it. Like, I'm a 90s kid, but, you know, we're also in the 2000s right now.
2019.
Exactly. Like, we're almost in the future, y'all. So I think they just need to step it up a little bit. But I did like their little relationship talk. And I like that he kept it real with her. And, you know, like, sometimes when you drink, dude, like, I can't be having you sucking on women's nipples. If we're married, I don't know. Come on, what do we think about this?
On that, because I feel like, to keep it 100, he doesn't care as long as you don't give another guy. I don't think he really cares so much about her with chicks as he does about.
I don't know. When
guys.
there's a camera in your face and there's 10 million people viewing and judging you, I think he might care a little bit.
Yeah,
His
I think
face.
I think he
cares. I think he cares because the camera's on it. Had this been without the cameras, I don't think he would have cared.
He would have been like, "That's just a regular Saturday night for you."
No, she was in a full-blown relationship when they took that break.
I know, but they're not in it now.
But he's saying it leads to separation because they were at one point separated.
I think, and also what he's saying too is if you gets to drink and I drink, then we could be hooking up with other people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Matthew Kennedy, thank you for the compliment on my T-shirt. Love it. Yes, Salinas. Anything for Salinas. All right. I don't know, you guys. I'm not trying to, like, you know how I feel about this. I'm a very open person. But I'm just saying, like, for them right now in the hot seat, this is her first season on Real Housewives. You know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting ride. I'm just going to say that. I'm not trying to throw out any type of judgment.
Are nipples that big of a deal, though?
I don't think
I
so
love
because
nipples.
we have a whole
same.
Dutchman party. So
But
I
I'm
mean,
saying, like...
And it was over the clothes.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is PG. Like, get over it,
I
Ronnie.
know. Who hasn't done
What
over
is
the
this?
clothes
What
stuff?
is this, 5th grade?
but this is like
I love a
mirroring
good dry hump every
Potomac.
now and then.
It's like mirroring Potomac when they were saying, "Oh, Monique has a drinking problem." You watch Potomac?
No, but we are going to get to the drinking problem thing with Marlo in just a second. Don't get ahead because right now.
I think part of it is Ronnie was not. I think she's happy to be a housewife and show her life. He is not really. I think he's just like, okay, I want some exposure so people come to my tour. I don't think he's really ready for. Oh my gosh, cameras are gonna be looking at me.
No, I think he wants.
He's a ham. He's a ham, Erica. He loves the camera. Are you kidding me?
I think he is like a lot of men who like date bisexual women, as one myself, I can tell you, that they think that they're cool with it as long as it benefits them, because it's like it's a hot thing to like hook up with another girl as long as they're involved with it. But if you're out doing the damn thing on your own, then they have a problem.
It's still cheating. Whether it's a girl or a guy, it's cheating.
Okay, but
Conval, calm down.
It's cheating.
Calm down. Are you a nun all of a sudden?
yes.
I haven't had a threesome.
I've had some convos
every week.
know, and she is in fact.
I know she is.
Vegetarian nut every Sunday.
I don't have any meat at all. Damn.
All right, you guys.
No beef for her. Yes.
Well, we're gonna have some meat because we're entering the dungeon. But for now, we're keeping it to the surface because it's the rehearsals. The rehearsals, and I think they need some rehearsal because clearly they didn't even have a run through. It's tech day, it's tech week, and they look like they had just one rehearsal. At least they had it. What I do know, what I am getting from this is that Cynthia just needs to have some lesbian sex and get it over with. Who brings up, so are you gonna kiss me? Who even said anything about that? We're dancing right now. Calm down. You want my tongue in your mouth already? Gee, Mike's like, I'm gonna have to change my flight.
Right?
I really like Mike. Let's talk about this little situation.
Yeah, Cynthia was definitely trying to bring the sexy. Mike and Ronnie was in the building, so they're bringing their babes, and I think this is like getting them ready for real life, like art imitating life. Like they're ready to
Hopefully, they all need to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
no.
I will say I agree with you. I really like Mike. I feel like he, especially compared to like say Peter, I feel like he really celebrates who Cynthia is and doesn't try to like
Hold her back at all.
Yeah, he's just like, she's a freak. I don't know.
She's a freak.
What guy doesn't want a freak? I'm just saying.
What I like about him, or at least
on the
what
freak
we're
train,
seeing
man.
of him, is even though he's long distance, he's open to kind of letting the cameras into their relationship. So
Yeah.
I don't really get the greatest vibe from him, but I like the fact that he's like, okay, I know you're a housewife. I know this is what goes
Is
with
it
the
because he's a
program.
TV guy too?
I mean, yeah, maybe whatever it is, but he's kind of like, I'm okay with it, as opposed to with, you know, Kenya, where it was like, ooh, keep it a secret. So I do like that, even though he's long distance, we're seeing more of him. He's kind of engaged. He does seem to be like a real person. So.
Yeah, I can feel like the TV thing can definitely be a factor in the whole let's speculate and be kind of cautious.
Right.
But I think I'm using it to his advantage this time. The fact that he is a TV person, that's why he's being so open.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why it's working out. You can't fault him for being natural. I kind of like this situation. I like him and Cynthia. I'm into it. Porsha reveals that she said sorry and so did NeNe. But she's afraid that this is going to spill into the wedding. This is something that we talk about all the time. When it happens, something throughout the season, they hash it out, they forget it, and as soon as they come up on air again, they relive everything and they start getting upset again. But this is something that's happening even before that. Right now, she basically just said, like, I said sorry and so did she. But I know in Housewives history, this isn't just over just yet.
Right.
We have to talk about this. And NeNe is going to hate me. I feel like when she said that into the confessional, like, we can't talk about this because our relationship is going to be over. I feel like she hit it right on the money.
Yeah.
This isn't something that's going to be very pleasant. But she didn't shut it down enough for me to be like, she really didn't want this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but before we talk about NeNe, let's talk about the Porsha situation. This is the other thing that's very interesting. If you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, why would you text her, I'm sorry?
Well, she knows that she aggravated the situation by walking into the closet.
Okay,
So she
that's
does know
perfect. That is a fact. Okay, all right. I'm glad that we're seeing it from right away. That we're, you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to go into the situation like Porsha is saying sorry for a reason. I think we need to take that into account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, one thing that NeNe is saying that if you're a guest in my home, you have to follow my rules. And we all agree, if someone's in your home and you say, don't go in that room, and they go in that room, how would you feel?
Yeah, no, they definitely were in the wrong for going in the closet. I don't think that's like up for debate. They were in the wrong.
So that's why they were apologizing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I definitely think Porsha legit like apologized because she knows she was in the wrong for going in the closet. But to play devil's advocate, she also could have just been one of those petty people and been like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, I'm sorry that's
Well, she knows
I
her
don't
friend.
think
I think she's scared of the
I was
beast.
gonna say I
a
don't
little
think
bit.
that's what
Yeah,
I
she
think
knows her
Porsha,
friend.
I think Porsha legitimately was apologizing because she was like, I'm not trying to get mollywopped by NeNe.
Well, she kind of said it. She was like, if I have to bow down out this situation, I'll do that. And I think that's what she's retreating. She's deciding that, hey, our friendship means more to me than to let this go out of control. I don't think she's letting the cat out the bag. So I think she kind of has.
She knows who she can get bold with and who she
Well,
can't.
Kandi was like, now that you let the door open, I'm going to kick it open. So
Oh.
Kandi was like, yeah. She kind of let it slip out, definitely. What do we think about this situation with Kandi reaching out, but Porsha all of a sudden assuming they have this alliance. So she's like, Kandi called and covered her butt. So now I feel like I had to call, text her too. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
It's not genuine.
They're all playing tiptoeing. They're all tiptoeing.
I mean, I think I like the vibe I'm getting between Kandi and Porsha because it seems
at least
like,
that's over, right?
Least, from
For now.
Kandi's end, she seems to have let it go.
Yeah.
As for NeNe, I'm not clear why she would think that she and Kandi would be in the same situation because obviously you're closer to NeNe. So if you feel like you did something wrong, whether Kandi texts her or not is irrelevant, I think, to Porsha's relationship with NeNe because that's like her big sister. So you should say something.
Two wrongs. Do they make a right? I mean, let's do the math calculation here. 1 + 2 = 3. Do two wrongs make a right? I don't think anybody is right in this situation. I don't think the girls were right for going into the closet, and I don't think NeNe was right for the way she acted either.
But I think I agree. But I also feel like, to me, which is why I guess we need to see the footage, I feel like NeNe's more mad because the camera's going in there than she is about Porsha or Kandi. Whatever little thing
and
Kandi
she
She didn't even get up. Remember, she didn't
she was like, okay, that's why I was like, hee hee ha ha, until the cameramen start going in there.
She kind of confirmed that on Watch What Happens Live. Somebody asked her, if the cameraman would have went in there, would you have acted like that? And she said, probably not.
Yeah.
So I feel like the cameraman going in there was adding extra.
Because I feel like she got triggered because remember last season, the whole cockroach thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel like it was just like, I'm not about to go through this again.
Right,
and so she got buck wild.
And also, you're unprepared. The closet is something very, very personal.
Facts. Mine looks like a disaster.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Not to be all crazy, and the only reason I'm bringing this up because is y'all is crazy. You know what I mean? I do my research for the show, and I see a lot of the comments. I go on the blogs that the girls talk about on the reunion. I go on the blogs, and I see what people write. And somebody was alluding to the fact that, oh yeah, she didn't want a camera in there because you don't know what she has in there. She might have had some guns laying around and some money. And I'm like, so what if she did, though? That is her home. And yeah, I don't want a camera in there going in there. Maybe the safe was open or something. The point is, it doesn't matter. It's a personal space. And she wasn't prepared for a camera to go in there. So it doesn't matter what was in there. But I'm just trying to bring that up that I've looked at every type of scenario of why she freaked out and why she didn't want a camera in there, and everyone's opinions is totally different. So I don't know. What I do know is though, I'm kind of like a NeNe stan on this one. I'm gonna pick sides, and I'm gonna go with NeNe on this one. Convo.
I'm just confused. Do you have to tell the crew beforehand what your stipulations are? Because I feel like once you open the doors, it's all access. So you don't feel like that's the case when you're filming?
I don't know. I think it's crazy.
Well, in that case, I feel like I'm Team NeNe because I'm gonna pull you out if I see you keep recording. Then I gotta do what I gotta do.
Are we talking about Team Cameraman and Team NeNe, or Team Kandi and Porsha and Team NeNe?
Well, I don't know. I
feel like those are two different.
Yeah, I'm talking about the closet scenario.
I feel like even though Kandi and Porsha were in the wrong for going in there, I just don't think on any level that should have been the reaction. Yeah. That NeNe. So I don't want to be on.
How could she stop them though?
I mean, she listen.
If you say no, don't go, and they keep going.
We've heard NeNe cuss some people out, and it's been pretty intimidating. I think she could have gone in there without throwing hands and been equally as intimidating, in my opinion.
What if the sex toys were laying out or something? Honestly, it could be anything.
I think that it's messy for her to go in there swinging, all that. I think, especially, I don't know, maybe I feel different if Porsha wasn't pregnant, but that whole situation is just
But the pregnant thing, though, Porsha was just jumping up out of her seat a couple weeks ago. Remember trying to fight Kandi on that patio, remember?
No, I feel you, but I'm just saying,
yes.
It's one thing to put yourself in that scenario.
Didn't you choke somebody? Let's talk about that little receipt as well, because, this footage is being brought up after we do the little poll. Erika, whose side are you on?
I'm really Team NeNe on this one, as opposed to my issue. Really, I agree with you as far as Porsha and Kandi, because at that point it seemed like it was light and fun. But as for someone who, I'll keep it 100, has a messy closet, if someone walked in with a camera, they would get snatched.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because at first she didn't even get out of her chair. She was just like upset. But then when she saw the camera, she was like, oh, hell no.
And we don't really know what happened with Porsha. We don't know if she like swung on Porsha. That's just what Kandi is saying.
I mean, right. Like, I don't really think she was so mad at Porsha where she's like, oh, I'm going to fight Porsha. I think she didn't want the cameramen in there. And with all of the people in there, I mean, I'm not sure her closet is
Marlo
big
should
enough.
be thrown into the fire too. Marlo was the one that was egging them on, basically, telling them to go pick out an outfit. And NeNe said on Watch What Happens Live, I didn't know that she had said that until I saw the episode.
Oh, okay.
But she wasn't really
And Marlo
looking
was,
like she was too upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wasn't bringing up that shady stuff to be shady towards NeNe. I was just saying like what I've seen on the blogs of all the reasons why she could have freaked out. Yeah. So I'm just saying like I didn't even think about those type of scenarios until I read about them. So it's just really, really interesting.
but she was already coming down off of being into it with Marlo, and then it came another ride.
It's a perfect storm of a really bad situation.
Yeah, I just think that no one holds NeNe accountable when she acts out, and that's my problem with the situation. Is like, I want to side with her in this, but she doesn't.
People have tried though.
She doesn't handle situations like.
I think she's accountable for snatching the cameraman. She's paid her fine. She's been suspended.
Not because like she was like, oh, I'm sorry for snatching the camera here. Let me pay the fine. It's because it was like pay the fine or don't be on the show.
I wouldn't be apologizing either. If I say don't go, don't film,
She
then
was very
why am I
much.
apologizing?
She was very much stern. Like I don't feel bad about like. Well, she said basically that she hated what she saw, and that she was very much defending the fact that she didn't want anybody in her closet, and it's her house, and you can't tell her how to act in her house. Period. You know what I mean? I feel like, but she was very remorseful about the way it all went down. I just think it's a really unfortunate situation. I feel like it all got out of hand very, very quickly. And I feel like NeNe is at the pit of it, unfortunately. It's an unfortunate situation, and she's...
So should they have a safe word like, don't stop filming right
exactly,
now? Like, I don't know.
I don't. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Like we know if you say that.
I think just like in Love and Hip Hop, just get security.
Because I will,
you know what I'm saying?
I will
Like,
say,
whatever.
I work, like, my day job is associate producer for, like, I work in reality TV. When these people sign on to stuff like this, you are signing away everything. You are signing away full access to your house, full access to your life.
That's what I was asking.
From this hour to this hour, we get to film whatever we want, and we get to use it however we want.
I mean,
So they can go in your attic. They
in
can
return-
go
Thank you.
wherever.
If you go under
yeah.
my bed, I'm going to snatch you.
I mean,
up.
NeNe gave the
Whatever.
instructions to Porsha. She told Porsha herself, "You can't be acting like this on camera. We're on TV."
But in exchange, these women are getting paid a lot of freaking money. So it's like I don't know. I don't feel that bad for the situation.
Well, before we go to the next topic, I just want to let you guys know that we are so excited that you check in with us each and every week on our live chat, leaving comments, and we just want to thank you because we love being hosts at ESPN of TV Talk, AfterBuzz TV. So make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. And I think we're on Spotify too, right?
Yes, we're on everything, all
Yes.
platforms.
Check us out everywhere.
Yes, and we'll shout you out, definitely. Someone brought something up in the live chat that I'm very interested to talk about. Someone says, like, Dennis K said, a good hostess doesn't leave her guests downstairs.
Yeah.
She did leave them down there for a good minute. I kind of would have walked up as well and been like, what's the tea? What's going on? So I just feel like it wasn't really that big of a situation until the cameraman walked in. I
Yeah.
do wish we could see a little bit more.
But maybe they're saving it for the reunion.
That's what I'm thinking. And I don't think
really?
she was being a
hope
good
so.
host because she had a mental breakdown. So, I mean, the good host thing is out
It'd
the
be like
window.
that sometimes.
It's over.
Right.
It
Party's
doesn't matter.
over.
It doesn't matter. It was a bad situation, but I don't think that we need to run to the bank with it. That's what I'm really trying to say. I really feel like that's what I've been trying to articulate is we know that she wasn't in the right frame of mind and that she shouldn't have acted that way. They shouldn't have gone in the closet as well. So I feel like, it is what it is. What I don't really want to see happen, and I feel like we're going in that direction, is I don't want to paint NeNe out to be this person that beats up pregnant people. Like, that's not a good look. And I can understand if someone painted me out to be that way. I would freaking go insane. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I feel like at the end of the day, they're all cast members and friends, and especially Porsha and NeNe. I don't think it would ever go that far, and NeNe has said plenty of times at the end of the day that she loves Porsha. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Right now, it is show day. And the show is here. We're at the dungeon, and Shamari has no voice.
Like Kandi said, she's been singing and singing every episode, but then when it comes down to it, she can't pull through. Good thing she taped her voice, so she was able to lip sync and do a Britney Spears.
I love how everybody, was so nonchalant about the Ashley Simpson. Like, it's fine. We got you backtrack. Like, you're just going to lip sync. It's fine. We're all going to do it. It's not a bad idea, especially with all that dancing and humping going around. Let's talk about this show. It was hot with the red lights everywhere.
Ooh,
I saw
so nice.
very similar show. I know, Q. Use that whip if you're gonna have it over there. Start whipping everyone. Erika, you need a little. You need a little back behind there.
Erika's trying to be all innocent. No, we know you get dirty.
We know Erika has like 9 of these.
I mean, I don't, but I would. No, okay. I think it's psychosomatic because I feel like Shamari is kind of, and maybe that's what I'm saying that's what her drinking problem stems from, but I feel like she's on this whole I want to get my career back thing, and I think she's sort of intimidated by Kandi. I think she's kind of.
She should have sang live, right?
Well, I mean, I feel like she probably got scared. You know what I'm saying? Because this is when it really counts, and I feel like for her,
she performs.
I saw her perform on like Good Morning America with her husband, and it was
Right, I saw her with Wendy Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's using this show like Kandi did, as a way to revamp her career. Mm-hmm. That's what I think her goal is, her dream is, or whatever. That's why she's here. But I feel
which is fine.
I feel like she's scared because I think she's just scared about it. You know what I mean?
She's been out of the loop for too long.
Because clearly, like we said, she's still wearing clothes from the 90s.
Okay.
So I feel like she's got a lot going on emotionally, I think, about it, and that's kind of all of a sudden now you have laryngitis. So it's like,
and they did a really good job. They killed it, but it's really easy to kill it when you're just lip syncing.
Right. So. One of her group members passed away, so that might be kind of why she's like stuck in that mind frame, I guess, of trying to move forward. Because I feel like that's the same way with TLC. Like they're still out there doing things periodically, but because that group member isn't there, it's like
it's never been the same.
Yeah.
Well, Kandi wants to take the show on the road, and I'm just like, Kandi is a freaking hustler. She is always ready to make $1. She's like, I got this little show going. Let's take this bitch on the road.
Bring it to LA.
I think it's a great idea, but I'm kind of like back with Riley. Like, how are you going to have another kid? Boom. True. Like, what are you doing?
No, you know what? Like, I love it. I think it's a great idea, but I think you're right. It's like another freaking project. It's like, pick one.
Right. It's like, okay, you're going to have 2 restaurants.
The restaurant is fine. That's the backbone of finances.
Kandi Coated Nights. And then now you're gonna have like a road show, and then a newborn baby. Like
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Crazy. And a toddler.
Like, she's not doing it physically, so it's like it's just another person added on to the babysitter list. Like I think she can handle it. Why can women not do the same thing as men and have multiple businesses? Why does she have to Because
it takes time. Because time is finite. You only have so much time, and if you have a toddler,
so Diddy has like 30 businesses. Why can't Kandi?
Yeah, but you know what?
Diddy might not be involved in his kids' life. There's a lot of rappers who have kids all across the place. That doesn't mean that they're actually there raising them.
He's super involved now, but he hasn't been doing anything for a long time.
His kids are also, for the most part, besides the twins, grown adults.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, let's move on. There was no rehearsal, which kind of leads me to the thing that I wanted to say about having a lot of things going, but the quality there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think this is one of the things that Kandi has put out that really has potential to really do good. I've seen sex shows in Amsterdam, and what they were showing on TV was giving me kind of like those vibes. Like, it really could work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I really hope that maybe everything else kind of levels down and she focuses on this and just the restaurants. You know what I mean? That's the advice that I would say. But it's showtime. I love a variety show. And this is like a burlesque variety show. It's a freak show. Mm-hmm. Everybody's wet. Are you guys?
It was definitely a freak show, and Don Juan didn't know what to do.
How come you can't answer the question? Cynthia couldn't answer the question either. It took her like 10 minutes to answer.
I'm like, Cynthia.
Ask me the question again.
I know. Right. Candy's like, are you wet? I'm just kidding. All right, so we're all Kandi coated. What did we think about the Cynthia and Kandi situation before we move on to Marlo's crazy
Kandi
ass?
was. I mean, I think Cynthia was ready. She was waiting for that. Her whole last season, she's been waiting for that.
Yeah.
She's been dreaming of that.
Yeah.
Yes, finally it's happening.
That was on her vision board.
Exactly.
I wish we could have seen like the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think actually, if she takes it on the road, I don't know how I think she got to take Cynthia on the road too, because I think.
Well, she can find a sexy lady in each
Cynthia
city.
It plays into the
Right,
part.
exactly, because you're gonna go there just to see Cynthia. Like, okay, I don't need to see Shamari lip sync, but I do want to see Cynthia's response.
Exactly. I want to see Cynthia try out her little lesbian fantasy.
Exactly.
She's been trying to exercise.
All that for $35. That's what I want. How much are those tickets? I wonder.
No, she did sell them all out
Yes.
though.
So.
Kandi Coated Entertainment is just popping.
I don't know. It looked hot when she first opened up with the white outfit with the mask. I love it.
The return of Don Juan.
He can't run the show. Why? Why doesn't he know what he's doing?
You guys, the comments on Twitter.
Never works. Like, he doesn't have a job.
How has he been around this long?
The comments
he's a
on
gossiper.
Twitter.
He's a professional gossiper. That's what Don Juan does.
What were they
Yes,
saying, Lian?
Keen Lagerfield. I love that show, Real Sex on HBO. That was a great
That
show.
was like when we were too young to
I
watch
would say
it.
I remember that from like middle school.
We were too young to be watching that.
But I still watched
I must
it.
have watched the rerun.
You had you had the button set on like Disney Channel or something. And you like switch it over really quick.
No, Erica's right. Like
It was on Nick at Night.
I watched it. I watched all the reruns. I was not old enough to watch it when it premiered, boo.
Yes. Let's go with that.
All right, let's talk about this thing because there's always like a party pooper. We're in the middle of having fun. We just saw a show. We're backstage. You're supposed to say congratulations, but instead your ass is saying you got a drinking problem. Marlo, how can you tell somebody they have a drinking problem when your ass is wasted yourself? I don't like pot kettle. Like I don't get it.
It's kind of hilarious.
It's kind of the truth, Shamari.
She's so messy though. Here's the thing about Marlo. I'm never going to like really fully be team Marlo as far as like I'm gonna feel any type of sympathies towards her because she doesn't show any type of transparency. We've never really seen anything vulnerable come out of her.
You know what, boo? I'm gonna say on behalf of Marlo, you want her to be transparent? Give a sister a peach. Be transparent.
Exactly. It says NeNe's
Listen,
friend
friend
at the
of the
bottom.
show.
Yes. You want to find out who I'm hooking up
Stop
with?
calling
No.
everybody a drunk friend of the show. We're just trying to party
I'm
down.
just a friend of the show.
Well, Shamari, does she have a problem? She said she
Absolutely.
doesn't. She said
She's
she
an
doesn't drink at
alcoholic.
home.
I don't think she has a problem with it, but
She is an alcoholic.
Well, you know what? That Bravo montage really didn't help.
Here's my thing. I think we've seen on so many of the Housewives. Anytime they get that wasted on camera, 80% of the time
they play them out to be like that.
80% of the time they have a problem because it's not like, oh, I just got drunk at this one party. Like, she's been consistently drinking.
During
Well, she
the
said
dance.
she doesn't drink at home, so how can
That's
she be
what she
honest?
said.
but
That's what she said.
to play devil's advocate, or maybe I'm an alcoholic. I don't know. But I just feel like if I'm at a party, I'm gonna drink. What do these women do all the time? They go
Yeah.
to parties together. So
Exactly.
drink.
Right, but when you take along two people who are pretending to be your friends so they can drive you home because you know
That's
before
called preparation.
you get there.
Yeah.
H.
And didn't you already say you already have a DUI?
Let me
That
tell you
means
something.
you're
If when
drunk.
I get money, I will have people come to take care of me.
She's trying to
I want
avoid
somebody
that
with
DUI.
I want someone with a taco ready to go. Okay.
But she's trying to avoid that DUI part two, boo. You can't fault her for
And
that.
so that's the thing. If you're so drunk, how many times have you been drinking and driving and the police did not catch your butt?
You know what, though?
You were drunk. You were alcoholic.
dirty.
One thing about the situation is Marlo was so freaking drunk. You could have kind of just played that right back towards her. Be
Thank
like,
you.
"Yo, drunk ass right now. Maybe you have a problem." You know what I
you.
mean? She was drunk enough to make the situation light, but I don't know. Maybe they are going to take it to the bank with this. Another storyline for Marlo.
I know.
I mean-
Shamari felt guilty, I think.
Shamari
All right.
should just claim it because this might be her road to the peach.
Reclaiming my time.
All I have to say is that I think it's a little rude to do that backstage. Let's move on to our tweets. We have some juicy stuff. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it out.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I mean, you know, Kandi and Cynthia told Kenya what went down at the reunion, just gearing her up for in case of season 12. We found a picture of Kenya hanging out with Cynthia and Kandi, and yeah, that's why the tweet said this, you know. There was so much drama at the reunion, girl. You got to get over here. We have to talk about this. You are in luck. There's gonna be a spot for you for season 12, baby. You and Phaedra.
Please.
Let's move on to the next tweet by Mozo Breezy. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the Real Housewives of Atlanta platform to make a coin like Kandi does. She's a top tier hustler.
That
What's her name does New York though? What's the,
Bethany.
Bethany
yeah.
does too.
Bethany is the New York Kandi.
Yeah, exactly. They're
And
not-
vice versa.
Exactly. I totally
And then one of my other favorites on Twitter, at LoveNDC, she says, Watch What Happens Live just confirmed that NeNe unfollowed Andy on Instagram along with everybody else of her cast members except for Shamari and Marlo.
Woo.
I mean, this was crazy. I knew you guys all knew that she unfollowed the cast, but did you guys know that she unfollowed Andy as well? She is petty. Oh my God.
Listen, if you don't like your boss or you don't want your boss to see certain things, you mute them.
Okay.
Or not just that, Andy brought the pain at the reunion.
Oh my God,
Andy
yeah.
does not play.
Yeah, she ain't trying to mute anyone. She's trying to like really show I'm pissed off right now.
I know he said something crazy at that
God.
reunion, I am sure. Under the guise of the questions that he makes up and pretends they come from the audience.
Exactly.
It's so funny
And
how he does that.
Carol called him out. She was like, yeah, those polls, yeah, that's the studio audience and his employees.
Right,
And
exactly.
it's not even the internet. And there's people at home just clicking away.
Right. That's so hilarious.
Let's move on to our news and gossip. Convo, take it away.
TV news.
Breaking news. So, according to Maury, who's been on the air for about 30 years, he's 80 years old. Can you believe this show is still
Is he
going
really
on?
80?
He's 80.
Wow.
And he's still telling people, you are the father. So, we already knew Dennis was Porsha's baby daddy, but they got a special gift from Maury with a onesie for the baby with his face on it saying, you are not the father. They don't have a picture of it up here. But,
You mean you are the father?
You are the father.
you are. What'd I say?
You are not the father?
Yeah, he is.
That would have been a read.
That would have been a really funny onesie, though.
I
You are
feel like
not the
Mari's
father.
still trying to stay relevant, so he's staying.
He's an icon.
He is an icon, but he's staying involved in pop culture by reaching out to these, reality stars. And
love.
Porsha is one of them, and so he got a gift for him, and I thought it was really cool and sweet.
Yes. Well, I don't know, guys. We finished the whole episode and we didn't find NeNe. I mean, maybe there was like a fine. Maybe she was suspended. Y'all need to stop. I posted a video and they were like going crazy. I mean, she didn't even get fired. I'm like, I didn't say she got fired. I'm saying, I think you guys, she might have been fined or suspended.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I said what I said. Let's do a quick prediction. What do we think we're gonna see? There's only maybe like
Your
under
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
5 or 6 episodes left before we see the reunion.
Okay.
Quick predictions. What do we think?
Predictions. Since she unfollowed her, I do feel like somehow Eva and NeNe are going to have a splashing fallout before the end.
I obviously we have social media so we can see things in real time. I think that Kandi and Porsha are gonna have another blow up because they're not cool now, and I want to know why.
Well,
I want to know.
this is what I think. I think Andy told Eva not to have NeNe at her wedding, and so that's when she unfollowed everybody.
I have to
Because
point out,
they're filming it, right?
Keen Lagerfeld, your comment, I just died right now. He put Andy be like, Andy Niqua from Chicago asks. That is freaking hysterical. I was dying.
And then he go, why she got to go to Chicago? But you're right, though. You're right, though.
All right, my prediction is that that Cynthia is going to hold NeNe accountable, and that's why she gets unfollowed as well. I can't wait to see it. Make sure to come back every Sunday. We're going to be breaking it down for you guys. Make sure to keep up on my Instagram because I have some stuff brewing. It's coming, I promise. I promise I have a new show. Just hang in there with me. It's coming. At Hollywood Lian, and I can't do this without my girls, my shady, bitchy panel.
I'm the sweet one. I'm Miss Conversation Piece. You can follow me on Instagram at MISS Conversation Piece, like a piece of cake. Or you can tweet me at MISS Combo Piece. Or check me out on Love and Hip Hop Panel. I'll be on there.
And I'm Drew Jones. You can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
I am the cougar or the panther of the panel because I'm black. All right,
Black
you guys.
Panther.
Exactly. You can follow me on all of my social media at Erika, Erika D as in door, Edwards.
Why gotta be black? Panther. Bye, after buzzers.
Bye, you guys.
Spanker.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.